Welcome to episode 15 of the Flaming Tarmac. This is Solo P1. There is 6 days, maybe not even 6 days yet. Well, who gives a fuck? 5 or 6 days until the F1 season. Are you excited? Well, I am. I'm excited to see Max Verstappen win the world title.
Nope.
Because that's what the internet is saying. How about we just cancel the whole season? Yeah? Cancel the whole season and give the world title to Max Verstappen.
Nope.
That's the way the internet is going. Because if the internet is saying it, that means it's true.
Yes.
Max Verstappen was the fastest in practice or winter testing. He was the fastest on day 1, day 2, day 3. So, if Max is the fastest in winter testing, he's going to win the championship. Yeah? Wrong. I don't care what anybody says. Mercedes was carrying a 30-kilogram bag in the back of their car. Seriously. Seriously. You think TOTO Wolff is going to show his hand just like that? You think TOTO Wolff is going to show his best at the winter testing just like that?
You're a fucking
Come
idiot.
on. Come on. Let's be realistic. Let's go back to 2019. Ferrari was the fastest. Well, 2018. Ferrari was the fastest in winter testing. How did that season end up? Last season. No, the season before, 2020. I'm getting the fucking years mixed up. 2019. Ferrari looked the fastest then. Where did that season end up? You see where I'm going? So don't tell me that Max Verstappen is going to win the world title just because he was the fastest in winter testing. All the marks on the internet, no, Max is the best. This is Lewis's end of his time. It's over. You only got a 1-year contract. Mercedes didn't want to give him another contract. It's over. So you know that, really. So you know that Mercedes didn't want to give Lewis Hamilton a contract. That's why this is his last season. That's a shit what people are saying online. Using any means necessary to dog Lewis Hamilton. Why? And I guarantee as soon as Lewis Hamilton finally walks away from this sport, finally, yeah, all them people that are saying that Lewis Hamilton, yeah, he's not that much good of a driver. He's only winning them titles because he's in that car. Really? Partly true, yeah. But you know he's got a teammate, don't you? You know he's got a teammate, Valtteri Bottas. He's in equal machinery to Lewis. And he had managed to win the world title at 4 attempts. 4. He still hasn't won the title. So what's your excuse there? Oh, we all know, listen, I'm not a complete moron, yeah? I know if Lewis Hamilton was in a Williams, he wouldn't have no chance of winning the world title. I'm not a complete fucking moron. Okay? But what it boils down to, you cannot just come out and say that Max Verstappen is going to win the title because because he was the fastest in winter testing. That is just wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. Let's be realistic, yeah? When this season starts in less than a week, they're going to go to Bahrain. They're going to have the practice session. Yeah? And they're going to have the qualifying session on the Saturday, which I'll do a review on. And then I'll have the race day on the Sunday. That's it. And then you'll know who the fastest car is. But even Christian Horner said in an interview at winter testing, Ted Kravitz was interviewing Christian Horner. He said, oh, come on, look, you're the fastest car. You can do it now. Christian Horner knows the score. He said, listen, Mercedes is a great team. It's not over yet. I know they've got something left under the hood. Of course they've got something left under the hood. They're not going to... Listen. For you gamblers out there, because I don't gamble. For you gamblers out there playing poker. You don't show your hand first, do you? That's why you got the poker face. You do not show your hand first. It's all about psychology. Christian Horner is like a dog with a bone. He's been salivating to win that title since Mercedes, since the hybrid era. He's been salivating every night to try and beat TOTO. He's thinking, this is going to be this is going to be the year that we're going to win the title. I'm going to get my baby back. I want my baby back. That's Christian Horner. Since 2014, Mercedes have dominated. Dominated the F1 world like no other team has done before, ever. 2014, 2015, 2016, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Dominated. And Christian Horner stays up all night thinking, how are we going to beat these guys? How? The Renault engine failed. Honda engine failed. What are we going to do to beat Mercedes? And he's not stupid. He knows the winter testing does not mean anything. Nothing at all. They're just going out. They're just basically all winter testing is people going out in the car, the drivers, testing where the best braking zone. Make sure it's got longevity for the rest of the season. Make sure if there's a fault with the engine, fault with the aerodynamics, it's going to show at winter testing. This is why they like the long runs. That's all winter testing is. When has any team ever showed their hand in winter testing? None. Look at the history of the winter testing. Going back 20 years. The great teams of the past, Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes, Williams, McLaren. None of them guys have ever showed their hand in winter testing. None. You know what? My throat's gone. Okay? I've had a cold. Oh, fucking cold. I've had some sort of bug. No, not coronavirus. Before you sweat, start coming out and saying, oh, he's got coronavirus. No. I said I got a sore throat. Drinking my cold beverage in my Spider-Man cup. This is for my PS4 Pro, by the way. I got this with my PS4 Pro at game. And I've got my nice cold beverage inside. Water. I love it. But anyway, enough for the cold beverage. You don't come here to watch me drink a cold beverage. Listen. What it boils down to, yeah, this is my quick, brief analysis over the winter testing. It's going to be very brief, by the way. Listen. Stop dogging Alonso. That's another thing that's pissing me off. You got these sweats online. Keep dogging Alonso. Listen. Alonso's got more bowls. He's got more bowls than any of you sweats online. Okay? The guy come off his bike, smashes his jaw, gets his jaw wired up, and he's got a metal jaw. What did Alonso say? Oh, don't worry, after 10 days, I was back out training. There you go. Alonso, one of these geeks online. Okay? He one of these moron geeks. Okay? He probably walk down the road, trip over the shoelaces, and go, and say, oh, Mum, I've hurt my knee. No. Alonso came off his bike, cracked his jaw, 10 days later, out training again. You know what he said in his interview? I'll tell you what he said. Oh, I got a metal jaw. I'll have my jaw wired up, no problem. I'll go out racing, not a problem. I'll be ready at the beginning of the season. There you go. Man's man. Not no geek online. Some geek. Give the man respect. He's a two-time world champion, okay? He took that car in 2010 Ferrari and 2012 Ferrari to podiums. That car shouldn't have even been on podiums, but Alonso put it on the podium. Okay? Give the man respect. He's I don't care. He's my favourite driver on the grid. Fernando Alonso. I got the winter testing look. Think he's looking good. McLaren are looking good. Aston Martin. I'm very surprised at Aston Martin. How many laps did Vettel do? 8? Day 2 there was in the garage. No, day 3 there was in the garage. I don't think they even got a run. And day 3. So I don't know what's going on with Aston Martin. I've still got high hopes for Aston Martin. But at the moment, nothing's going on with Aston Martin. Everybody's talking about the midfield. It's going to be between McLaren, I don't know about Aston Martin, Ferrari. Ferrari's still not looking good. Everybody said this is going to be Ferrari's season, not to win the world title, but to come back from the debacle of last year. That has got to be Ferrari's worst season ever, the 2020 season. And everyone's got, oh, Ferrari's back to his best. No. But look, I'm not going to judge Ferrari, but all I'm saying is Ferrari are not looking good yet. Obviously, they could turn it around, yeah, and beginning the 2021 season and hit the ground running. Maybe going to start, getting back into that midfield. But at the moment, the way things stand, yeah, no. The highlights of the winter testing was Sebastian Vettel and Ted Kravitz. Ted Kravitz was there trying to explain something on the back of the car. And he was talking about cheese. He had a cheese cut off in a triangle shape, and he was showing Vettel, and Vettel just said, "Why not just use a piece of paper and draw a triangle?" And it's very simple, but Ted couldn't let it go. Ted Kravitz, best Sky Sports F1 commentator, along with Martin Brundle. Ted has got more personality in his bottom left toe. Ted has got more personality in his small, rotten toe than any of them geeks online that type. Trust me. Very entertaining, Ted. I look forward to Ted's notebook every single week.
Hello there. Welcome to the race notebook for the
week. I love Ted Kravitz. He's got more personality than the majority of people on Sky Sports F1. Trust me. Now, on to Bottas. This is probably Bottas' last season. Okay? I really want Bottas. No, serious talk, okay? I really want Bottas to do well this season. I really do. He's been there since 2017. What more can this guy go through? Yeah, 2017 basically was the second driver. Okay? 2018, he was the second driver as well. 19, he come into 2019, he said, listen, at the end of the day, right, I'm not going to hold back for Lewis Hamilton. I want to be equal to Lewis Hamilton. What happened? He come up short again. 2020, he comes in the season again. Bottas, 8.0. Again, come up short again. What more can this guy go through? Okay. And the internet, and I know, listen, I know I've dogged him. I admit it. I'm not fake. I know I've dogged Bottas over the years. And I called him Rubens Barrichello. And to me, for the last couple of years, last 4 years, it's been Rubens Barrichello. He's Rubens Barrichello to Michael Schumacher when Schumacher was at Ferrari. When Schumacher was at Ferrari, Rubens Barrichello was his sideman. Okay? And Bottas has been Lewis Hamilton's sideman since 2017. If you don't agree with me, you're a geek. Very simple. But Bottas, this is his last chance. If he wants to keep that Mercedes seat, because you got George Russell chomping at the bit to get that spot off Valtteri Bottas. Chomping at the bit. Any slight move from Bottas, just say that the season starts and Red Bull is beating Mercedes to the constructors. See, constructor and the drivers' championship is different. To me, Lewis Hamilton is still the favourite, and I still think he's going to win his 8th world title. But constructors is going to be a little bit closer. If it comes halfway through the season and Red Bull are equal with Mercedes in the constructors, and that's because of Bottas' fault, Bottas is in trouble. Very simple. Bottas is in trouble. This will be Bottas' last season. And I think then TOTO will have no other option but to replace him for George Russell. Some people are saying they could do mid-season. I don't think that. I think they're going to show Bottas more respect than that, and I think they'll let him see out the season. And if they lose that constructors, and it's because of Bottas' fault, he's gone. Now, if Lewis leaves, which I don't think he's going to leave, for me, the obvious choice for me would be Max Verstappen. I wouldn't go nowhere else. It would be Max Verstappen. If not Max Verstappen, Ocon. But I think it'd be Max Verstappen. If Lewis goes, it's going to be Max Verstappen to replace him. There's no other driver out there to do it. Leclerc ain't going anywhere. He's got 4 years left on his contract. Leclerc's not going anywhere. Mercedes are not going to pay that money to buy out that contract for Leclerc. And personally, I don't think Leclerc will leave yet anyway. I think he'll show Ferrari a little bit more respect than that. There's no other driver. Vettel's not going anywhere. Vettel's at Aston Martin. He's got his tuxedo. He thinks he's James Bond. Guarantee every night he sits down in that white suit and drinks that martini, shaken but not stirred. And he thinks he's James Bond. Trust me. Trust me. Vettel thinks he's James Bond. There's no other person to replace Lewis. Lewis ain't going. To me, Lewis has got another couple of years left. I think Lewis will sign another contract. Maybe another year. Maybe 2 years. I don't know. Most likely probably another year. Just to see what the new regulations are like. But the person to replace Lewis will be Max Verstappen, in my opinion. There's no other driver out there to equal Lewis. To get in there and has got that tenacity and that natural God-given talent than Max Verstappen. It will be Max Verstappen and George Russell. Them two. The two best drivers on the grid after Lewis leaves, in my opinion. I know people are going to say, look, he's one. I got to admit, after one race, you can't really judge George on one race. But he's the obvious choice. He's the obvious choice to replace Bottas. Now, if Bottas wins the world title, that's it. It's completely changed. If Bottas wins the world title, you know Lewis is going to stay for another year, at least to get that 8th world title. And then nobody be going there. The drivers will stay the same. It'll be Bottas and Lewis Hamilton. And that's how it's going to go. But yeah, I'm not listening. That's the winter testing out the way, man. That's just the winter test. I'm not interested in winter testing. This is why I never, look, I could have come out and done a video every day, talk about winter testing for the past 3 days. No, I'm not going to do it. Because let's face it, it's like watching paint dry. You get these idiot commentators that you see on the TV that you never see through the season. They're there to just stand in for the real commentators who are getting ready for the proper season. Geeks. And they're just talking about, oh yeah, I think Lewis is lost it. I think Max Verstappen's going to win the world title. This is Max's year. Okay. We'll see what happens after the first race. Remember, Bahrain. See what happens. Yeah, that's it. We've got less than a week for the season to start. Sorry it was a quick video. My voice is completely shut. And yeah, this is the end of the review. Not review, really. This is episode 15 of the Flaming Tarmac. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button there. And yeah, turn on all notifications. So anytime I upload a video, you'll be the first to get it. It's going to be the same. It's going to be the same format. Season starts, you're going to get the qualifying on the Saturday review, Sunday race day review for the entire season. This is going to be my 4th year that I've been covering Formula 1. 4th year. And yeah, that's it. That's the end of the review. This is Solo P1 signing out. Thank you very much, guys. Bye.